Did you? Are you?
Yeah, right now I am.
Well, you gotta tell me. I'm not. Yeah. Well, in the beginning, I usually just get us just not talking about anything, just shitting.
Everybody shit right now.
Real quick, everybody shit.
Right. We're out of toilet paper.
Doesn't matter, she said
What's the first
shit.
thing
Everybody's
I
shitting.
Shitting. I meant like.
A solid 3 minutes of everybody shitting.
So how do we introduce Tony now? And what do you want to go by Tony?
Whatever.
Tone?
Don't matter.
Tone.
Take your pick.
Dude, Tone is my boy Tone.
Eeny, meeny,
Raw.
miny, tone.
Ton.
Tone.
How about when your mom had you in the phone as Tun Tun?
Ton.
Oh, yeah.
That was funny. That's
Aladdin.
Tun Tun.
Like tone.
Like
Yeah,
1 ton, 2
Aladdin.
tons.
Ton.
Tun Tun.
That's hilarious.
Dun dun.
Ton.
Dun.
That is
I
a
don't know.
crispy mic.
Dun dun.
That's so
Dun,
good.
dun, 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 dun.
Wait, who's mom? Mama
Dun,
or?
dun, dun,
No,
dun.
Didi Wendy.
His mom.
Oh, she had you at Ton.
Tun
Yeah.
Tun.
And it was like, no, that's not how you spell tone.
Oh, she misspelled. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I would do.
We got a freaking new guy.
Yeah.
Tun Tun.
Tone.
I think that's the main, right? So if you're not looking at that one, glance over at that one. But that's the main where it has
See?
all of us.
You see?
See, I'm going to point. That's the
So-
main.
the white one.
White one's the main.
Okay.
This is your secondary.
You'll see it.
So this would be the one.
You want me to look at that one?
Whenever.
No,
like,
no, no. At any
like-
point, you can just those two.
Like if you
Okay.
want to like.
That's where they're at.
But if he was going to introduce you and you wanted to look at one, that's the one. Yeah,
should-
that one will catch you the best.
Okay.
You
That
see?
one. That
This one
right
is
here.
focused on you three.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
one. That one right there.
All right.
Like,
That
and then
one
if I
right
wanted to
there.
talk to Eric, he could put his head in this way and look to that direction.
Yeah, Dave can do the same thing a little bit more.
See you later, alligator.
No.
No.
I believe
That was behind your shoulder.
I believed him.
Yeah, he's like, when am I
don't
going
see
in?
it.
When am I going in?
I don't
Where
see
am I
it.
going?
I don't see it.
Never.
I'm not getting it. Seems like everybody's nice.
I don't like this.
Your
Wow.
laugh is.
You are great at school.
Oh, she's nasty with the notes.
Wow.
Oh, you're
So we've
looking at my
had-
notepad?
Yeah.
I think technic.
This is on one story right here. Cause
Does that no
Did you
change
get
anything?
straight A's in school?
I did.
I'm just circling it.
Wow.
I'm just.
I'm a huge note taker.
Turn it up, turn it down. See what it does.
Yeah.
Now turn it all the way down.
You'll be my study partner.
See if it made a difference.
Can I look at your notes?
I'd be like,
Hello.
can I see what you wrote?
No.
11.
Wow.
So if we've recorded as many things as we've recorded, we've got to have 5 episodes worth of stuff at this
No,
point.
we have about 7 now.
So this is episode
8 or 9.
8 or 9. Welcome to episode 8 or 9 with the new guy, Tone.
Tone.
When you spell it wrong and you hear it both ways.
Wing, 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 this is the police.
Trata que me mate.
Gila Abila. What?
Ernesto? What? Say that kill me.
Had a whole conversation about someone just dicked us.
I almost threw my hands.
Heard it both ways.
What?
That smells like bologna.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
That one.
Wait, what?
Wait, I missed it too.
Tony smells like bologna?
No, your David's burp did?
David burped.
I did?
Oh, that was
Oh.
convenient because
That
we used
was
to call
me.
Tony Baloney. Oh, you burped.
That was me that burped.
Oh,
Oh.
so baloney came out of your mouth.
I got blamed
Tony
again.
I got hit with bologna randomly, so it doesn't matter.
Nice. Now
the other
I'm
day,
hungry.
David was burping, and I could probably tell you what he ate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not because I
You can
made
tell
it,
you what he
but
got when he wiped his
You
butt,
did
too.
know. You made all my food.
A little bit of eggs Benedict with a side of hollandaise sauce.
That actually
Pork
sounds good.
sandwich with extra garlic for lunch.
Ooh.
Yep.
I
So-
dropped Supreme, didn't you?
Mama made some good rice.
bean burrito. Yeah, she did.
Yeah. that
Speaking of
looked
moms.
really good. That looked like a real Cuban dish right there.
Puerto Rican.
Oh.
Your mom
Sorry.
dropped some interesting stuff.
I thought you were going to say something else at first.
What?
What did she drop?
Bombs.
Dun-
The
Dun-dun-duns?
dun-dun-duns? I knew she was going to do it. We did. We heard it. Actually, me
heard her drop the
and Tone
dun-dun-duns?
heard it at the same time.
The tantanas?
Yeah, she dropped. Didn't she? She dropped a dun-dun-dun on us.
My mom dropped the dun-dun.
Me?
Your mom dropped the tantanas.
Yeah.
Okay. Illustrate.
I
She
think so.
feels that she's not on it yet. She's very upset with you, Amanda.
Listen,
Wait.
there's a
wait,
long
wait.
list of people that have been
Anyways.
trying to get on this podcast. You're the only one that has walked in and said, Wait, we got to figure something out.
Wait, time out.
100%.
The other person that
Several. There's been
I know
several.
we have to talk about it, but one of the other guests that I went on here first is Mama.
Oh yeah, she
has a lot to say.
Just give her a couple.
I didn't know there was people that wanted to be.
There's a bunch
I
of
need
people
to
that have
know.
asked us to be on here. A bunch of guys from his job.
Can we name them?
I don't know if he wants to.
I'll talk
I
about-
know my dad asked.
Okay, well, okay. He has to be up here.
That's a solid yes.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so if
for
he's
sure.
up here, yeah, we can talk about combos all day. We can talk about everything.
That's what we should call it. Anytime somebody gives us something good, they hit us with some
Dun-dun-dun.
dun-dun-duns.
Yep.
Oh, so she dropped something
You need,
really
you
good?
need to get a
She
sound
did?
button for it,
Oh,
though.
what was it?
A sound button for it, though.
Yeah, you got to
it
get a
up.
little bit closer.
I said you need to get a sound button for
Perfect.
it,
Yeah, I do. They can
Okay.
record it right in a second. 1, 2, 3.
Dun-dun-duns.
Nice. Record that. Yeah.
You should have seen us doing our intro before.
Had it.
1, 2,
I heard it.
3.
Heard it.
Dun-dun-duns.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, I thought he was cutting again.
Oh, for real?
That was the recording.
Who's talking right now?
Hey,
Whoa.
do you still have
Dun-dun-duns.
our first episode?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the noise. I like the noise.
Oh, it was in there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, so man,
Now I have a button. Ready?
Dun-dun-duns.
Nice.
What?
I'm gonna put a green screen on that side.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and I said that's exactly what Amanda wanted to do.
Yeah.
Was a green screen, so we just got to get all the rest of the stuff out of here. But your mom dropped some
Dun-dun-duns.
Nice.
on us. He didn't say that. That was a recording. That's how good he was.
You
Did y'all
did it
hear
at the
it?
same time.
the
You
same
mouthed
time.
it at the same time.
Because he knows what's gonna happen.
Let me hit you with some thun
Do it again.
duns.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Let me hit you with a little bit of the
Dun-dun-duns. I can't hear it.
Nice.
That's crazy.
You didn't hear it?
I can hear it like it's off in the distance. It sounds like, but not in the mic or not in the headphones. Am I supposed to?
Dun-dun-duns.
Nice.
Oh, that was that. Okay, I heard it that time.
So you heard it.
I heard it that time.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to hit another button.
I don't know
Oh.
what it is, but right now I'm hype. And it's gonna get real soon.
That's because Tony's here.
You gave Tony the chills, though.
Give me the chills.
Bikini Atoll.
No, Kyle, read.
Here we go. Here we go.
No.
Not Chet and Brett.
Oh, sorry. We're gonna waste 40 minutes. You're telling me, dude, Chernobyl has choco tacos. Dude,
Are you trying to tell me right now, dude?
Huh?
All right, okay.
let's stop while
I'm
they're
already crying.
Yeah. I don't have napkins on me, and I'm not allowed to have it on the table.
Bikini Atoll had 23 nuclear weapons tests between 1946 and 1958. It's an island, right? Let me see
Who?
how many people there were, because she just told us about it, so I was trying to go. I did absolutely no research on it whatsoever. There was, from what I understand, a bunch of people that were locals to the islands, and they did all these nuclear tests. 23 of them, and I guess they told everybody, hey, get out of here while they're doing the test. You can come back once it's safe. So all these people came back not safe, radiation all over the place, people having all kinds of problems out there. But then it's like, how do you stop them from doing stuff like that? Okay, in February 1946, the United States government forced 167 Micronesian to temporarily relocate so that testing could begin on atomic bombs. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
What country is this?
This is on wikipedia.org.
I need to say website.
I know. I'm not answering your question right now.
What? Is this Norwegian?
Where is it?
on an island,
Bikini Island.
middle of the ocean.
Bikini Island.
Southeast Asia.
You're
Here's
saying
part
that
of
for
the
a fact, or
thing.
you're just making that up?
I know it's somewhere around
So there was a vote. 90,
What the heck is even that?
90 minutes after the detonation, 23 crew members of a Japanese fishing boat contaminated by the snow-like irradiated debris and ash. They had no idea what the explosion was and no understanding of the debris that rained down like snow, but they all soon became ill with the effects of acute radiation sickness. One fisherman died about 6 months later while under doctor supervision.
Is it close to Australia?
Oh, then it's near
It
Florida.
is close to Japan.
It is close.
It is right next door.
And the
Looks like-
Philippines.
yeah, north of Papua New Guinea. If you look at it on Google Maps, it just looks like water. Like you don't even see anything.
Let's see
It's
the
in the
world.
middle.
It's in the
like,
middle of nowhere, and that's
Yeah.
why they picked it.
Like you have all these like
Bring down
But they
the
needed
igloo.
it. It's in the middle
the
of nowhere.
country, and then
Yeah.
there's an island all the way out here.
Show
Okay.
me on the igloo.
Oh,
The igloo.
Is
It
it
was
close to
behind you.
Florida? It's
Show 'em on
literally
the-
right
show 'em.
there.
hold on.
Show 'em the
hold
igloo.
on.
Oh, it's over there.
It's funny how I knew what he meant though.
Isn't it called an igloo? I
No.
mean, it's
Yes.
called a globe.
Yes.
Spray a
Nope.
little pixie dust on us.
Every
I
time he
heard
hears
it both
every time he
ways.
hears it both ways.
Why did I say igloo?
I don't know, but you called something else an igloo the other day.
Like I
remember?
call this an igloo.
Yeah.
It's sad that
That's
I
a
knew what
snow
he was
globe.
talking about.
It's a snow globe.
I knew exactly
And then
what he was
the word
talking about.
globe in it isn't a glue.
I speak
I mean, a
Danish.
snow globe.
Yeah.
glue.
Can you show me where it's at?
Here, you take it.
Wow, it is next to Florida.
So Japan is up in that corner, and then
Let me ask you guys something.
No.
Is Japan considered Cuba Island to the Asians?
oh, okay.
Well, I was really, really
Took a
concerned about
while.
where that was
No,
going.
no, no. You know how like America, you got Cuba, and then you got all these Asians, and they're like, wow.
I think so.
Is Japan considered like Cuba?
I think they were. I think if you look into the history of it, Japan was kind of treated poorly.
Yeah.
The rest of
Oh, yeah.
the Asian countries.
Thanks, David.
The whole world.
Oh my gosh,
In my hand, I got the whole wide world. Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
I got the
Oh, okay.
whole.
Here we go.
world.
He's not done.
Okay, are we done? Okay.
There we go.
Do you remember seeing like the nuclear fallout test videos, like where they, like a bomb goes off, there's a house and it gets completely destroyed?
Okay.
So they're saying that those were faked,
Okay.
and it was to like scare other countries that like were. It was like an intimidation tactic.
They were fake.
So they were
The-
acting
the-
on, they
the
were trying
videos
to
were
make them
fake.
think that they actually had those, or they were doing those tests.
They were doing nuclear bomb testing when
They
it
really-
was probably real bomb test, but also the video footage that was there was fake because how did the think about what time frame that was in?
They had CGI back then?
No, they didn't have CGI, but there's how did it blow apart a house and not the camera? If you consider what
That's
it's not
what
like
I
they had-
asked.
they didn't have a
That's
GoPro.
so-
That's what I asked when we
right?
saw the videos. I was like, how is it that the camera's still there though?
That is
What?
genius.
What do you got? You're about to say something that I feel like you're going to rain on my parade. What?
What if they zoomed in really far? No, I'm being dead serious.
No. And I'll
Why?
show you why. Watch. So
Why?
I'll show them first, and then I'll show you, and then you'll just have to put it up.
Wow, I
So
never
look at the
thought
house.
about that.
Yeah.
Look at the house.
Dude,
Look,
I
I'm looking
baked.
at it.
right?
I
You
know.
see
Okay.
this space right
No,
back here?
David. Yeah.
You see the space right back here? It's
Show
empty,
me.
right? There's nothing there.
Show
So I'll
that,
hit
man.
play.
Is that
and
where
then
the
right before
car-
it blows up,
There's a car.
bang, there's a car there.
Yeah.
How does that make sense? That's definitely not part of the same test.
Show Batman.
Oh, and it just appears. You're saying
It just appears right before.
right.
Maybe the two were
So
clipped
see,
together.
There's
Oh.
nothing there, right?
I'm Batman.
And then right
Wow.
before it blows up, there's a car behind the house. Do you see it?
No, you had to do it again.
It should do it by itself.
Okay.
Did you see it?
Wait, look, nothing right there.
Okay.
Nothing.
I'm not gonna lie, that house looks
Car.
fake.
Oh,
does.
Oh yeah.
All right. Do you guys
It could be
remember?
like it's like a little model.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember-
Or it's two different shots because
Okay.
there's how would the camera have survived that? Is the theory as well? Like
Yeah, you're
it
right.
blew a house out. How the hell did the camera make it?
You're
Well, I'm
totally
saying, like,
right.
It's
yeah.
like a small little house.
telescope.
Like
Telescope for a minute. You're right.
What?
Telescopes weren't invented.
You think it
He's
could have
being-
been zoomed in?
Yeah.
That doesn't explain the car.
That doesn't clean the car. You're right. I don't. They could have clipped two pieces of that video together.
I think you're right. It could have been
the car there. However they edited
Either
that.
way, the camera's
is-
the
is
camera should have
weird,
been blown away.
but-
And that's radiation.
He's saying that
should've
it could have
destroyed
been
the
zoomed in, but
Radiation destroys cameras, the lenses and everything.
The,
do you remember
It depends on how
earthquake
close
at
it is.
Universal? All right, you remember the thing that they would do before we went into the earthquake?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, it's a model. Like it's,
like a little model house. That's
Yeah.
also I know that's also been talked about. Like people think that
Deception, where they'll have something in front of the camera, right, and they'll have something far away, but the camera will line up where it looks like it's one. I feel like you can YouTube that. You could be right, man.
I don't know. There's a lot of things. Moon landing was fake.
Oh, 100%. You're not real. You're real.
Lie.
Tony, what do you think?
Lie.
I have no idea. I don't think we did. I don't think we did, but I've heard.
Put it in front of you a little bit more.
You can't follow my mouth around. I don't think we did, but I've listened to some really interesting theories on like how we were up there, but they just tried to fake it because what they saw they didn't really want to.
That just goes back to like them believing in aliens.
Like, what's your gut instinct? Like, if I asked you, money on the line, was it real or fake? What does your gut tell you? Did they really go to the?
When I
If
see
they
that-
really went, if you think they really went, that's fine.
See, I'm back and forth because I keep listening to shit about it, and it makes me go, "No, we didn't. No, we did," and they're just hiding something else. Like I was listening to something where they landed on the moon, or when they were going to land on the moon, they saw like a cave with lights. And it sounds stupid as hell, but I've heard a bunch of
I've heard that too.
yeah. So it's like, I don't know, dude.
I've heard different things. So I had different notes. Oh, I wonder if I still have them in here. I think I do. Oh, yes, I do. So it was successful moon landings was the Soviet Union and the United States in 1966. China had a successful moon landing in 2013. India had one in 2023. That was the accidental one. They accidentally hit the moon. It was not on purpose.
That's my favorite.
That is my.
Where were they trying to go to?
Dude, I don't know. I didn't even look it up, but to me, that's kind of like, you remember Shane Gillis talking about like us versus like
Russia.
the Iranians or whatever, and how those guys are like they're the real heroes. They go out, they got like in their flip flops and the monkey bar videos, like that's with your boys, dude. They like blow up a tank and they're like, yeah, fuck yeah, and you know, our guys are like, okay, target acquired. Got him.
They're
Our guys are so chill,
yeah.
and then like all of us would be like, "Fuck yeah, dude, we got him." I feel like that was India with their space program. Was like, "Whoa, dude, we hit it.
We crashed it on the moon.
Are you telling me right now, dude?
How you accidentally?
Are you telling
hit
me
the
we
moon?
crashed it on the
That is
moon?
So weird.
No idea.
So
With humans? Or
no. So all right, so right, Soviet Union
Yeah.
and us, 1966.
Yeah.
China 2013, India 2023 on accident, and Japan. You seen the new little robot thing that just jumps around and takes pictures? That's on the moon right now.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they dropped off this robot, and I forgot what they call it, but it's got some kind of legs or something, and it's like a box, and it'll take a picture, and then periodically it's on a timer. It'll jump, and then it'll just take more. It's just trying to like
Just
slowly.
like 4 legs.
I think it's 2. It's like a box, and it like bang, it springs, and it just.
Oh, okay.
It's just to try to move it and just get different angles of the moon for pictures. But so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It would be more interesting for them to try to land on the moon.
It would, but of all those countries, that's what I don't understand. Even the Soviet Union, the United States was the only one to send people to the moon. Why? How were we the only ones to actually send people there? Why? Why just us?
Why not do it again?
Well, they did. They've total. I think it was 6. It was 6 successful missions. 12 astronauts have walked the surface of the moon.
Of America.
All of them were from the United States.
When was the last one?
Between 1969 and 1972.
Okay, that's yeah, it's a long time.
And then
now
there was a link. Now, it took you to the real NASA.gov website.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody posted on it. I think it was a YouTube short, which was basically TikTok, and the link was in the description, and it said, if you click this link, it'll explain NASA's reasoning for us not going to the moon is because they lost the technology for us to do that. And I clicked the link, and in there on NASA.gov, it said that the reasons why we haven't is because there was something that occurred where the way that the spacecraft was built and everything was designed, that technology has been lost. Since then, and I made sure it was the legit website. I clicked around because you can link anything to you can make a website.
Elon Musk
They changed it. They removed that part where it doesn't say that anymore. They blame it on like, well, they're financially it cost too much and it didn't yield any positive results. Like there was nothing. They weren't getting any useful information out of it. But also, they didn't get useful information because it's a lie.
Agreed. And you don't just lose billions of dollars of research.
It just makes more sense. There was more to lose if they didn't try to get there first than if they did. That's what it seemed like to me. That's what I believe.
This is why I laugh when they talk about, oh, we're going to go to Mars. It was a big thing a couple of years ago. Oh, we're going to go to Mars.
Occupy Mars. That was
right. But you guys can't even get to the moon again. If you can't even land on the moon because apparently you lost the technology to land on the moon, then how are you going to land in Mars? That's the same thing. And you can't breathe in Mars. You can't breathe on the moon either.
I heard something the other day, but after hearing this, it made me kind of look at it different because they said that whenever they went out there, there's the 2 astronauts that were on the moon walking around, and then there was the one that was orbiting the moon. And then there was audio that they were talking about whenever the one astronaut was getting to the dark side of the moon, that he was saying that he was seeing.
They said something like, he made a comment about it.
And they had like audio of him talking about like he's seeing something, and then there was some beings. Then the 2 that were walking on the surface, they were talking about something like, hey, did you see that? They're saying that there was an interaction between them, the astronauts, and whatever other beings that there were, saying they're not okay with us being up there. They don't want us to ever come back.
That's what I heard. That's what I was trying to explain.
And that if we were to come back, there was going to be some issues with them coming here.
Oh, so there's like another entity or being that's occupying it.
That's
and
what I was
we're getting in their
trying
territory.
to get at earlier.
Yeah.
I could.
So that's why.
So it's either they faked it or they never, or it's either they went up there and they saw that, or they weren't able to get up there and they just made a video and lied about it, like you said.
And that's why I think that the stuff got erased because maybe that was evidence of the conversation or the interaction or video of whatever happened. Then they got rid of it because, or hid it, or don't want to show it because then that means that, like, okay, well, we want to go out there. We want to. And that's why since then, we didn't send anybody out there, but we only sent devices out there to go look at it or prove, like, okay, U.S. had this. So they sent things out there to say, well, let's see if they're telling the truth. And then I was thinking that I wonder if that's why Trump came up with the Space Force, because
There is something out there that's like, there's,
like,
I know where you
Donnie.
stand with that, but my belief is like, there's got, how can you have all that stuff, all the space, all the planets, all these galaxies, and that this is the only planet that has anything? And I know David's doesn't like that idea, but to me, it's hard to believe that there's just us. That's it.
And that's why I also think that they did a reenactment of it, a fake one, because they want to be like, well, we actually did go to the moon, but we can't show you what we had.
I could see that too.
And so here's,
That's I didn't ever hear that.
Well,
So that's a good argument.
logically, if you did find something on the dark side of the moon, knowing our government,
Oh, they're not going to tell us
No, not just that. They would do whatever it takes to find out
what it is.
well, that's what they were saying, that there was an interaction. And they were like, you stay there, don't come back. Like, if you come back, we're going to have issues.
I feel like you keep.
Yeah, that Space Force thing. If that was true, Space Force would have been invented. Think
Well-
about it. If you did find a
It's the
threat,
deep state.
you would have been.
Well, maybe they just didn't want to. They were just afraid to.
And just think about it. Say you have whatever it is. Let's just say it is real, right? We would not be wasting our time fighting one another. I think something that involved everyone in it. I just think if something that big, it's like, hey, you can't come here no more, or whatever it is. I truly believe that would have been our focus.
Maybe because you know how different presidents deal with the countries different. How some of them are like, hey, let's be friends. And
Yeah,
then
you
other
have
ones are-
allies and.
Try to be diplomatical.
and then other ones are like,
Say that one more time.
Diplomatic.
Nope.
No, I like the
No.
first one. It was basically right with a little extra on it. I like it. Diplomatical.
I heard it both ways.
Dude, that's going in the outro song. Diplomatical.
I meant diplomatic.
I like it.
So maybe that they were trying to be like at
Spicy
peace,
language.
and like Trump got in there. He saw all those because he was like,
Oh,
I'm
like
gonna
classified records.
yeah, and I'm gonna release all that stuff. And then he didn't release everything. Like there's some things that he didn't release.
But he said when he gets elected again, I believe he wants to release.
He's dropping that DLC.
Yeah,
He's dropping the DLC, dude.
He is.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of knowledge.
She's gonna drop all the deets.
I feel like okay, so
He's gonna hit us with his deeds.
I hope so.
I did.
Did
I
I
don't
miss
know.
what DLC is?
Downloadable content.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're gonna download.
Is it
all
down? But downloadable is one word. What's the L in DLC?
long content?
Downloadable long content.
Downloadable.
Isn't
Or
downloadable is one word.
download long.
Literature
downloadable literature?
content.
Downloadable.
It's downloadable content, but I don't know what the L is.
I just said long.
Okay, whatever.
Downloadable long.
I feel all right. So if Tony's gonna be I would say like at least a semi-regular, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I feel like if we have anybody on here that's new, for sure, just to establish a baseline of conspiracy beliefs, you have to talk about the moon landing.
What about Antarctica?
I was gonna say Antarctica. I feel like that's why Antarctica is the nobody touches it because they've talked about it being aliens and other
I don't
creatures there,
think. Well,
and I feel like that's
maybe.
their hub.
Well, the flat Earth theory believes that we're surrounded by Antarctica.
Do you believe in
And
the
then
flowers?
there's a great wall, and they found Jesus, and he says you're not allowed to come this far.
yeah, isn't
Yeah, maybe it was God that said,
I
"Nope,
s-
get
that's what
back
they
down
believe.
there."
And he was
I
Cuban.
don't think so.
you gonna listen to me? Okay,
I don't think so. Okay.
you see this? It's cold. We don't
Take
go
it
there. Okay, I am Cuban. That's it.
Yeah, Jesus
Hold on.
in Spanish. Jesus.
And yes, I am Cuban, and I love being Cuban.
Why do you think his palace is gold?
Okay, bada bing, bang. Okay, you see the ice wall? It's crazy. You don't cross it.
Bringing
Where's my wall?
boquetas.
You think Trump got a nice wall? Trump got nothing on his wall. My wall is
feel like
way
this
bigger
is
than Trump's wall.
Cuban guy mixed with the Trump guy. Like
You
Trump had a Cuban baby.
Hey, are you trying to tell me right now, dude? There's a freaking ice wall? Okay. Okay, dude.
Boqueta?
Isn't that so? We didn't watch a whole lot of what's the show?
Man.
What's the show? Come on.
Cartoon Network.
Give me some context.
Dragons, Ice Wall,
Oh,
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Oh god.
Imagine. Yeah,
They have dragons. I know they have dragons. I think we saw season up to season 2 or something
Oh,
like that.
that
Don't stop.
show is wow.
It was a little too much for me.
I know a lot of people
but
like it.
Somebody said I didn't watch that show because I'm Christian.
I was like,
That checks out.
yeah, that show's very pornographic.
Ugh.
I mean,
I see
well,
boobies everywhere in everybody's butt.
More than that.
Yeah, you see a lot.
it was just uncomfortable. I didn't like
Yeah.
where it was going. But anyway, that gave some other like supporting theories.
Wait, I like boobies. It's just
Stop. Stop.
It was just
Stop.
too much.
Stop.
Okay, I just want to I got no problem watching them, but how I was watching them, I had a problem because it involved too many guys, and I just wanted the girl. Some was just a girl, but then
Right,
some
right.
was the other
So
guys,
keep right.
I know.
and I didn't want the other guys. I just wanted the boobies.
What?
I'm
just wanted the
confused at
guy's
what he's
boobies?
trying to say.
He just said he just wanted the guy's
So-
boobies.
He said it was uncomfortable watching it because it was so much
Got it.
nudity, and then like 30 seconds went by, and he was like, "Don't get me wrong, I like boobs," and that was what that was. This whole tangent of now. Wait a minute.
I just want to clarify,
Hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
I do like that.
just not in that context.
Yeah, I just
With
wanted
there being so many dudes
Yeah.
involved with the boobs.
yeah. I just
There's a lot of men involved with that.
Too many dudes.
Dude,
boobs.
what?
too many dude
I
action.
can't wait to watch this back. This could be so good.
They had a guy scene.
Stop.
Another
We're done.
guy?
No, I don't want to talk about it.
We're done.
No bueno.
Yeah.
Chicletas not allowed.
Shh.
No
Flip
shoes.
flops?
No shoes. I was thinking the same thing.
No zapatos.
So let me understand.
No dudes and no sandals.
Dudes are one thing,
Got it.
but if they got chingletas,
I don't think so.
Out of here.
get out of here.
I saw
No
two
socks,
dudes wearing
no nothing.
zapatos on the bed. No bueno. And for that reason, I'm out.
I can't even.
There
say
was
anything.
like brother sister action going on, and I was like,
yeah, but that's a real thing.
yeah, I know, but
that's
I
a real
don't
thing.
want to watch it.
That was a real thing.
I don't want it.
But that was a real thing to keep like royalty bloodlines stronger or something. Was
Hell.
which
I mean,
Share it.
I don't want to.
I thought though that inbreading gives you more
Diseases.
chromosomes.
Inbreeding.
At that
Inbreeding
beginning,
all their
Did I say
kids,
that wrong?
all their kids walk around like ching 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 ching. This is extra chromosome jingling in their pocket.
it's me, Billy. Love me.
It wasn't even. This started with Antarctica. So-
Ice wall.
Ice wall, because the ice wall supports the theory that of the flat Earth that
Yeah.
we're surrounded by Antarctica. Obviously, not that Game of Thrones is any historical sound
I don't
place to
know.
get your information from, but I was gonna say aliens, moon landing,
Uh-huh.
Bigfoot.
Nice.
What's one of the other
Just
like
on the
super
mic.
popular ones?
9/11.
Yes.
Don't even. I
We
will
were just
go in.
watching a documentary.
I will go in.
Documentary.
I will go in deeper
Write that down.
than the terrorists did on 9/11. Well, guess what? That was actually a good one. But
He got me. He got me with that one. He got me on that. Man, he got me on that really bad. Can you scoot this way?
Get closer.
I'm cold.
he got me on that one. Hey, babe, come here.
Share some of that
Well,
then.
this leg is on. I'm really warm on this
I
leg.
got a really warm
Like,
spot on this leg right here.
Tony, are you
Trying to
cold?
like change it up.
Half of me is.
Oh, well, aim that fan
Tony's
this
always,
way.
you usually are run cold.
Yeah.
So he's
Here.
like the wrong one to be in.
Can I,
next
can I
to.
switch seats?
You can
I'm
switch.
in the
Oh,
corner.
no.
No, it's a,
Huh?
no.
You can
switch?
you can point that fan this way a little bit,
Scratch my chin.
Yeah, point it away from you.
or
Towards me. There you go.
yeah.
Nice.
I see him like,
Oh, it's touching my legs, dog.
I love it.
are you?
Love it.
Is it hitting you still? Or?
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
All
It's grazing my kneecap.
right. So that's good. I feel like that's
If
a
you're
good.
cold, you say something.
No.
I'm good. Good.
Okay.
Blanket.
Your mom.
Moon landing's fake.
Take me a nap.
Bigfoot's real.
Debatable. On the moon landing.
Are you pro moon landing? No. Don't just make a statement like that and then go. That's not how that works.
What did he say? What did he say?
It's what he did. Not what he
But,
said.
but you know what? Can I be for real though? Can I be for real? I love everything about space. I love.
I know.
Me too.
Astronauts.
100%
are
cool.
I love NASA. I love NASA.
I love the planets.
You know what had me
I love all the stars.
Yeah, but-
I like when the
Had me tripping all the time.
NASCARs go up into space.
The King
and
Kong,
it
one of the most
just
recent videos.
He said, "Can I just say something real quick?"
Kong versus Godzilla. Go ahead.
no.
No.
There's too many conversations.
Yeah. No, I'm listening to Tony. What he was saying. I don't know what happened with you guys.
Godzilla, go.
Yeah.
The one where he's in that. He's when they have him caged in that dome. Remember that one? When I first saw that one, and he, threw the tree up there and it exposed it.
Like Truman Show style.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that one really had my mind going.
That's Truman Show. You think it's real?
Yeah,
How like
I
we're
mean,
in a
like
dome.
people say we're in like a firmament.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe
Yeah,
that.
you keep cutting in and out though.
Oh, they say we're like in a firmament.
Move that a little
Because
closer to you.
in the Bible,
bit more.
it
It
talks
does
I was
say-
about.
telling you
A
about
little
that.
bit more.
Right
And I
here.
think
A little
that's
bit
the
more.
real
Yeah,
research.
a little bit
How to
more.
get out
Right
of his dome.
Basically, kiss it.
Look at David.
Look.
Just look at David.
Pretty much, David, because he always sounds the best when we go back.
His mustache rests. His mustache
His
rests on
mustache
top
hairs
of
are
it.
in the mic.
Yeah, that's what we talked.
Pretty much.
Look,
Is that better?
you said your mustache.
It's a
hairs.
mustache holder. That was way better when you did that. Do that again.
Right there.
Perfect.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, rest your lips on this.
Rest
old
your
lady.
upper lip hair.
I don't know what I'm supposed.
You got a little lip hair.
What do I rest on there?
Anyways. Anyway. Anyways.
I want to see this later.
What were you saying?
The firmament.
Yes,
Firmament.
yes.
Firmament.
Did you see the thing about the guy thinking that they replaced the LED that we consider the sun?
That's a little far fetched.
Oh, wait till you see this, buckaroo.
You got
Hey,
video
can somebody replace the light, please?
It's going out. Oh, I wanted to talk about because you know how you said that some people believe that space is actually water, like another.
Yeah, somebody made that
no,
comment.
but there was a verse in the Bible that I read the other night, last night maybe, that I was like, oh, I wonder if this is why
The firmament was full of water
The what?
it's in Genesis,
in the beginning.
and I was like, oh, I guess
There
that's why
was-
maybe.
It does talk about the firmament.
That was a real test, like some object they were testing for like some high powered light, and they're saying like that was
That's
also not the best one to go off of because it says if you relax your pupils and stare directly in the
Hey,
sun, you
so
can
to,
see. I was
so
like,
to so to test this, stare at the sun, relax your eyes,
no.
and then you
get
can
it.
see the pixels.
don't
Try
do
it
that.
next time.
No, the sun's real.
Please don't
Is
do
that
that.
why we're not supposed
At
to stare
1:30 in the
sun?
afternoon,
My boy, the sun's real. The sun's been here forever.
take your sunglasses off.
No, but we have artificial sun now.
Oh, okay. So what happened to the other one?
The
I gotta use the little boys room.
Nice.
Okay, bye.
Is that back door open?
Yes.
No.
No,
Okay.
You gotta go around.
what do you have to take a dump?
I mean, you can.
I go over here.
Okay.
Well, he's definitely not me. I will be gone forever.
We know.
Rockets hitting a dome. That is like the craziest one. And they'll shoot like multiple rockets to see if they can get out of the dome. It just boom, stays right there.
They just what?
They just like
What are you talking about?
it's like this. Like you shoot up a rocket, it hits the dome,
No, I get what you're saying, but
and it hits it, and it just stays right there. It doesn't do anything. It just floats.
do you know what he's talking about?
Say this
Nope.
again.
There's rockets because
I know
this is
what
part of
you're
the
saying.
flat Earth theory. People
Fat
Earth.
Earth. I'm talking about the fat Earth, dog.
it's thick.
I'm talking about that thick planet.
It's the thickness. So they believe that we can't leave the atmosphere. So there was a guy, but he was shooting rockets to see. He put his own money and he shot a rocket and he put a camera on it to see if he can leave the atmosphere with his rocket.
That
And it
good?
would just get stuck. And they're like, "What the heck is going on? Why is my rocket getting stuck?" It just gets. It literally hits something and it stops.
The way he explains it is awesome. Wow. It looks like that's like a model rocket kind of thing. Well, a big one. Wow, look how fast that thing's going. Highest and fastest amateur rocket ever launched. Whoa. How many feet is that?
That's a lot of miles, though.
So 5,000 feet is 1 mile.
It's I think
Just over 5,000.
5,600.
Watch this.
If it
He's high. Okay, but look how high it is. That could easily just be hitting the part where there's less gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't you
he's
think that
shooting
would gradually
fire.
happen?
He's shooting. It's a
Not
rocket.
if the rocket ran out of fuel.
Did it run out of fuel?
It did not. It just started.
So if something hit,
So it didn't hit anything. Why wouldn't it blow up?
What I'm saying is like if that's true, because rockets did have exploded, when they tried to remember that teacher back in the day,
The
that you
Challenger, but that exploded way before it.
Yeah, that didn't make it that
That-
much in the air.
Right.
That
That
made it
was
like halfway.
I don't even think
no,
that's dead.
it wasn't very high as far as rockets go.
Yeah, but they did other tests.
And it blew up because of an I guess I was reading something about it, an O-ring failure, like where it was some sort of combustion failure and there was a faulty seal.
You know what? It's just like I don't want to second guess anything. I just wish I had the money like Elon and like test this crap for myself.
But the Iron Dome thing doesn't make, or not the Iron Dome, that's the Israeli rocket thing.
Yeah.
That's when rockets really hit a dome. But
explode.
But
I just thought that was pretty neat. Like
no,
weird.
that's weird.
Let's go back.
It is odd the way
The way
did
it stops.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave it. That's weird.
because it went from going.
But the only thing that makes sense to me is that it
Look,
was
there's still smoke coming.
so.
I want to know. It would be nice if he had like how fast it was going throughout the whole thing to see if it was.
See, to me, the only thing that I don't think that's smoke. I think that's clouds. Maybe it is smoke.
Do you see the? I don't. It's hard
To me,
see.
that okay, it's going to run out of fuel at some point, right? It's an amateur rocket, which
Yeah.
means it only has a fuel source of so much.
Does he say in the description anything about it running out of anything?
If it ran out of fuel, like if it was already in a point with little to no gravity, right? And it still had
That
fuel,
can
you're
happen.
still seeing the rotation of it, right? And then the second it runs out of fuel, it stops because there's nothing.
There's no force pushing it. Continue to
you
go.
have to be going a certain speed to break the atmosphere. If you're not going that speed, you will not break atmosphere.
And with it
That's
being
a-
an
that's a-
amateur
that's a
rocket,
real
they
thing.
probably didn't have enough.
That's a real thing.
It just
Yeah.
stopped when it just happened to be floating
Mhm.
and stopped. It made it to the. I guess
So
that would be
you
the.
probably got to go being like what is it like Mach 1, Mach 3?
I don't know.
There's a certain speed.
I think it just depends on
That makes
the
sense.
size of whatever
That
you're
makes
putting
a lot
up
of
there.
sense.
I don't think that's hitting a dome
But
because if
that's
it hit a
crazy, bro.
dome,
Why
why
does
wouldn't
it
it
have
like
to break? Why does
explode
it
or
have-
break?
Why does it have to go a certain speed to break the
Probably the force keeping you within it or
so you
something.
think the gravity? But that's
atmosphere.
Yeah, it would just
Thicker.
it would burn.
Different air.
and Elon is just trying to figure out how to make his rockets land by themselves.
Yeah, but it works.
No, I know
He did.
It's dope.
But what does one have to do with the other thing?
Well,
No,
because
he-
that's what he's focused on right now.
He did talk about going outer space,
Yeah.
but remember I was telling you that whenever he was talking about it, he said that you would need to go to like the ISS or whatever to fuel it, to bring fuel
Mhm.
like halfway to the moon, like
Yeah.
6 times
Like Armageddon. In Armageddon, they stopped at the Russian space station
to fuel
to
up.
fuel up.
Yeah.
I know that sounds funny, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
that's how they did it.
With
But
Bruce Willis?
yeah.
You're talking about to get to
And Ben
Mars?
Affleck.
To get to the moon, he said. To get to the moon, he
Oh,
said that you would
I
have
remember what
to
you're talking
bring
about.
fuel,
Right.
dump it, come back, and you have to do that 6 times, and then send a rocket, stop there,
Fuel
it
up.
up.
fuel up, and then continue to go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he said that it's
Yeah.
extremely like
Expensive.
yeah, and he's like
you would
it's a
have
lot.
to put fuel pods pretty much all over the solar system. If you think about it.
Yeah, yeah,
You have
just
to
down
put
to
fuel-
gas
Circle
stations.
K of outer space.
$79.
Dude,
79
can you
cent pop.
imagine? Wawa ISS.
But
They just opened a drive-through Wawa by me
Nice.
what?
in St. Pete. Or
What?
Largo. Off
So-
of West Bay.
What we need,
That's cool.
have we created some type of different oil?
I think we do have the actual.
Not a different type of oil, but did we figure something out to create that we don't need to use
We do.
oil,
There is
Yeah.
petroleum.
no.
They have
we don't-
hydrogen motors.
Yeah, what the ships work off of.
There's actual.
Nuclear.
Yeah.
And submarines. We were just watching that the other day, or last night. Nuclear powered submarines that pretty much efficiently run
Like
the
25
propulsion
years, right?
system, air conditioning,
Yeah, but that's-
water supply.
That's different. They're on the water. Can something
Why is it different? It's
Because-
just underwater.
can they be used? Can they fly? Can you use
Yeah,
it?
the
launch
engine
it yourself?
compartment and everything. Well, technically, it's a nuclear reactor, and it heats up water to run the motors of everything else. But you could do that outside of.
But can you make it turn into
Above
a
ground?
rocket?
I don't know. I don't
Think about
know
it.
why
How
you
much
couldn't.
force you're going to need
But if that thing blows up, imagine that blowing up. You'd be wrecking a ton of people. That's like having a nuke blow. I mean, they.
Well, you kind of need something like that, don't you?
For what?
No.
What?
You need fuel to get out and to land. When you're in space, you don't use fuel.
Well, I think that you
What
just
do you
use a very
use?
little bit to just thrust, right? But it was a lot less to get.
There's a
out of
vacuum
here.
in space. So when you get pointed in a direction and you boost,
You're
whatever
just
speed
going.
you're going, you stay that speed for eternity.
Unless you hit something,
So
There's no drag. There's no resistance.
it's just
So
there.
you need all this power to get off of whatever surface you're on,
And
make
once
your
you're there-
adjustments to wherever you need to go,
that's true. And everything.
and then whenever you land, you need to have enough fuel to land and then to take back off and then to land again. So that's why you need all the fuel. But once you're in space,
You would
So-
technically need enough to get away from our gravitational pull because that's satellites stay because of that, right?
So what do you need to turn direction?
Some type of little booster to guide you.
it's
Actually, I believe
little
they have.
thrusters
Yeah.
that are on side. You'll see them when they're in space. It'll do like a
I don't know what
nitrous
they
burst.
use. Yeah.
If you,
You can use gravitational pull of a planet to as
kind of like Armageddon. I know you're laughing, but how
I'm not laughing. That's
they use the
isn't that-
gravitational
you
pull
point
of the
yourself in a
moon.
direction and it gets you just close enough that it starts drawing you in, and then as soon as you break away from it,
Slingshot it.
like you,
slingshot.
yeah. So you need to create a
Slingshot the moon.
device.
That's
the
what-
space station like that creates like a.
Isn't that
slingshot.
what they theoretically did with the moon landing? They had the one guy that was in the ship that technically
Well,
spun around the moon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one that.
that's Apollo 13. They
Right.
went around the moon.
and they come back. Yeah.
Let's come back. Yeah. What's your question?
They don't have G's in space because there's no gravity, right? Or can you still have like G's in space?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Inertia. Yeah.
So artificial gravity, is that where that comes from? Just spinning really fast in your own ship?
Well-
Is that, I'm confused with what you're asking, I
No, but,
guess.
like because this actually makes me want to dig deeper into this space travel. If you know there's no fuel, there's no air, so
Mhm.
how can you have rockets that thrust you? Right, like say like you have a spaceship and you see the fire. You know how like some animation shows you fire from a rocket.
Because I
from
think you
space?
still get the reaction. Like if you burn fuel, you still have ignition, you still have spark, you still have fuel,
but there's no.
but you don't
air.
have any air.
Would that work?
I think there's a way to go without any of that.
Because isn't the fire technically a byproduct of burning the fuel? So I don't know if maybe you wouldn't get a flame because there's no air. I don't know.
I don't know. Because that's
I
how
have no
it
idea.
I'm asking if anybody knows.
Maybe you wouldn't have.
I'm gonna use
flame.
I'm gonna
I
use
don't know.
Armageddon again. Remember when the Russian space station explodes?
Would it
Technically,
explode with flame? I don't know.
like would it be like? That's it. Like an implode. You know how it.
It probably would be more like that realistically because you couldn't have a fire.
You need
You can't have
oxygen.
you can't have a fire in a vacuum. So if you like hit the booster and you go to like you're burning fuel, like you're physically burning fuel, there probably wouldn't be a flame. I wouldn't think. Maybe that's why you see that little puffs of smoke.
This
Maybe that's what that
makes
is.
Me believe we never been outer space because just
No, I
just-
think we've been in
well,
outer space.
I think the solar system. I think we've been we're in not this. You hear me?
Okay,
solar
so-
system. I think we're in the
Atmosphere.
atmosphere
yeah.
because just the technology
ISS.
we need alone to travel.
I didn't know the amount of people that didn't believe in the ISS. I'm sorry, I know I yanked your headphones, but like they say that that's fake. Like people, they're on like a
about this.
somebody had a picture where like everybody's head was tilted, like as if they like you know when you're upside down.
Oh,
right?
they have a lot of
You, like,
videos,
you,
yeah.
like you correct your neck to be level, and they think that they're with like wires. They have wires. Like a ton of people believe that, and like there was a bunch of them, and they had like a stuffed globe. You know what I'm talking about? They had like a stuffed globe or
And then,
something,
like, the guy dropped it.
and he dropped it, and it dropped. Wait a minute! Like if you're in space, I could just pick this up and I could just leave it, and it's gonna stay there,
Yeah,
right?
it happened to us too.
And what?
There's videos about us in space that doing stuff like that.
That's what I'm
That's
talking
what I'm
about.
talking
Oh,
like
I
the
was
guy.
like,
this
what?
guy
We
has
were-
like
about
the-
Russia space
We-
station.
No,
We were there.
Oh, you said
Is there a Russian space station?
yeah? Doesn't Russia has a space station?
Yeah, you saw it on. Yeah,
no.
you saw it on Armageddon.
It blew up. Remember?
Isn't-
but I
that's the
thought Russians-
ISS.
No,
No, we have the International Space
Oh, I thought-
Station.
but you said
Russians,
There's-
Russians use that too. Space is a whole different thing when we're
Usually
supposed to
there's
work with other
multiple
countries.
on. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that makes
But
sense. I like.
they
it.
were talking about that, and this guy had like this stuffed globe or something,
Just drops it.
and they're all like doing like like a video with some school, some middle school or whatever it was, and he like let go of the ball, the globe thing, and it fell.
Yeah.
Like it didn't just stay there, and then he went to go get it, and one of the other astronauts was
Shit.
like, "Stop! Like just leave it. Like it's over." And I was like, "Ooh, busted, got him."
But
I don't
there's,
know,
there's
just
been like a few videos like
we got them.
There's been a few little slip ups like that. I didn't know that many people didn't believe it, but that to me is not as far fetched as going to
I'm
the
not
moon.
saying we can't get there because maybe we can, but I just don't think we have the technology.
I think we
And I
do.
know that
It's just
sounds
hidden.
crazy,
I
but
don't think so.
just space travel.
I can't
alone,
look at his face because I never
But-
know when he's
but-
being serious or not.
But just space travel alone seems extremely difficult.
Oh, I think it is. But I think that
Extremely.
to me, if you said the ISS is real, I
I'm ready.
believe it's real.
What?
I'm reading your sticker on your mic.
Oh no, I believe we have.
This is Mike. Michael Scott. Mike.
Hey, what's that plane that has bombs on it, but it can go practically in the atmosphere and it travels that?
Oh.
What's the name of that plane?
SR-71.
Is that the one where the guy's like, we would go from here to here? He basically, they went around our whole country in like
Kind of like in Maverick.
30 minutes or less or something.
Did you see Maverick? Where he was in
It's
that?
basic. Yeah, that
And
thing.
we went like Mach 10.
And the guy has a really cool speech about it, and he was like burned real bad, and he was one of the pilots of that thing. And he basically went from like New York to Florida, from Florida to California, from California to Washington, back to New York in like 30 minutes. You haven't seen? Oh, it's crazy. The dude talks about being in the plane and stuff. It's
what we
insane.
need to figure out if you really want to do space travel is how to kind of like start hyperspeed.
Well, not just hyperspeed, but like Tesla, like they had technology. He figured out, or he talked about there being a way for us to fly without using any of that, with the vibration and the energy and the
From Tesla,
I can see that.
Nikola
like
Tesla.
Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
And he was like how spaceships, like how there's no fuel, because you see them flying through the air and they're super fast and all. It's using the energy and the vibration and the
You talking about UFO spaceships?
like
Oh, those
they
are
don't
real.
use, but they're flying. They're there. I'm saying like even the ones that our government made.
Yeah.
Because they
No,
came out and said,
I
yeah,
wasn't
we
saying
made
that
UFOs.
sarcastically. I was being real. I just wanted to see their faces.
You
I
know
believe
what?
UFOs
I'm
are
really
real.
curious how
The
that
TikTok, the videos, there's too much video. That's another thing that we were talking about. It's getting way too hard for them
To
to
hide
hide
stuff.
stuff. It's way too hard. Too many people have phones. Too many people want to leak information now.
You just caught NASA dropping a ball in space.
Literally.
Right.
They dropped
Like,
the ball.
Right.
Dude,
It's too,
we
they
all saw
literally,
it
I thought this
in
thing,
4K.
talk about dropping the ball, dude. Can you imagine being that guy?
You're fired.
Whoa, dude, you lost your job.
Gets a phone
bro.
from Trump.
Yeah, you're telling me you can drop a ball in space, dude.
We're just not going to stop talking about this. I
Topics.
want to know about space travel. And if the aliens,
let's
are
do
doing
it.
it, how are they doing it? Did they meet Tesla?
Vibration.
frequency, resonance,
Rubber
Can't-
bands and big fans.
No,
rubber bands,
but do you
big
think
fans,
no, hold on.
baby.
Can extreme vibration? Can,
Yes.
With anything
That's
possible.
what she's trying to
That's
say.
what I'm
No, I'm just saying, but like extreme vibration
Anything's possible.
and energy.
can like move you forward. I'm curious. You never know, but like
Yeah, that's what Nikola Tesla. He said
But-
everything. You will figure out everything by using frequency, vibration, and energy. I think those are the three things.
well, what kind of
Mhm.
like? What do you mean, like using the energy from the vibration?
From the earth, the natural energy.
I do wish we landed on the moon.
Uh,
You dirty bastard! You get us credit for something we didn't do.
You should let Tony do it because he can probably get away with it.
Don't you do the closest one to India?
Oh my god!
You turn it.
So we gotta go over that next time.
Thank you. Come again. Don't it be a one-time shower, please? I want to see you more often.
Oh my god!
Don't
Oh, you
do
talking
Cut
about
his
Tony?
mic. Cut his
Yeah.
mic.
Got it. Yeah. Sometimes I really do just.
Don't you? Don't you do that to me?
he's being
You
loud.
put it up right now. You sit in the bench. You will not get gas from me no more.
All right. I'm gonna stop it. We'll save this for another one. See ya.